Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. This is Kevin Moon from God's Country. It's time for your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's weather. Now, here's my friend, Dr. Don.
Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. You have made it to your Friday. The only thing that could make it even better is if you put money back in your pocket. You can do that by contacting Jamie Dukas. Now, real live story here. A couple of times just recently, Jamie has been able to save Dr. Don followers big time money. We're talking commercial, we're talking personal insurance. If you have an insurance policy, you owe it to yourself to check with Jamie Dugas to see how much money Jamie can save you. All you have to do is scan that QR code on the screen, give Jamie a call at the number on the top of the screen, 256-831-7770, or you can click that link at the top of this video to find out how much money Jamie can put back in your pocket. He just recently saved a local East Alabama Dr. Don follower $3,000 a year, and that could be you. All you have to do is contact him today. Doesn't cost you a dime. There is no obligation. It only takes just a few moments to find out how much you can put back in your bank account with Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha insurance agent. Let's talk about some weather. First, let me remind you to head over to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so that if we have to go live for severe weather coverage, you'll be guaranteed to get a notification. Don't think we'll have to do that today, but there is a very small chance. We do have some thunderstorms off to our west that will be pushing through East Alabama and West Georgia later this morning. I think the better chance for any severe activity will be down across extreme southern Alabama, northwest Florida. There is a marginal risk that does make it up to the I-85 corridor. So places like maybe Tallahassee, Auburn, Opelika, Columbus. You kind of need to keep an eye on the forecast. There could be a rogue strong storm. But I think you got to get down there around Dothan, Alabama, Enterprise, back over toward maybe Mobile or Monroeville to really get into that juicy tropical moisture coming up off the Gulf of Mexico. That's where the better chance of severe weather would be. But yeah, we could have a strong storm or two before noon today across East Alabama and West Georgia. But let me tell you something. After we get past today, we've got some beautiful weather on the way for you. Looking at Saturday, no chance of any thunderstorm activity or rain. It's going to be beautiful, though a little bit cool Saturday for East Alabama and West Georgia. Then as we look at Sunday, that thunderstorm threat pushes way down there across extreme southern Florida. Beautiful cobalt blue skies expected across East Alabama and West Georgia. Let's go back to the National Weather Service Office Birmingham graphic on that possibility of strong to marginally severe weather this morning. For Alabama, we're looking at late morning through afternoon for East Alabama. And again, basically along the I-85 corridor, you folks from Alexander City back down to maybe Lafayette and south need to pay attention to the weather this afternoon, just in the event that we get a rogue strong storm across the area. We see those heavy storms moving into West Alabama at this hour, so I think it's closer to noon than 6 p.m. By the time those storms move into the area, but we're going to monitor that as we go throughout the afternoon today. Current conditions at the East Alabama Bee Company in 5 Points, Alabama. Mr. Jeff Monroe. It's currently 56 degrees. The high yesterday was 69. We currently have cloudy skies. Those showers are approaching. Wind out of the south-southeast at 2, gusting to 9 miles per hour. Humidity is 89%. The barometric pressure to 9.95. No rain yet, but that will change this morning. Sunrise at 6:49. Sunsets this evening at 6:51. And don't forget to stop by ML Albury's in downtown Roanoke or Randolph Farmers Co-op up in Wedowee to pick up a jar of that delicious East Alabama Bee Company honey. Headed for 64 this afternoon in Roanoke. We'll make it to 63 in Ashland, Lineville, 62 up in the capital city of Wadowee. Woodland will also hit 62, 61 up in Ranburne. Rockford goes to 64 in Alexander City. We'll top out this afternoon around 65 degrees with cloudy, rainy skies expected for most of today. Here's your 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. About a 90 to 100% chance of rain today. Again, it's going to be a windy, cloudy, rainy day. Don't anticipate organized severe weather, but yeah, there could be a few strong storms from time to time, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. 64, your afternoon high. Now, we'll drop down into the low 30s after the rain ends tonight by about 9 or 10 p.m., and we do have a freeze watch in effect for tonight. Same thing again for Saturday night. Probably we'll see one for Sunday night and Monday night as well, as we're looking at, after the rain moves out, about 3 or 4 days of cool weather with overnight lows at or just below freezing. Partly sunny on your Saturday, 51. Sunday, sunny, 48. And then on Monday, mostly sunny skies, 54. See a slow warming trend start out there on Tuesday and Wednesday, even into Thursday of next week. And right now, we do not see a chance of rain through at least next Thursday. It may be Friday or Saturday of next weekend before we see our next significant chance of rain across East Alabama and West Georgia. So that pattern of storm systems every 3 days is kind of spreading out a little bit now, which is pretty typical for this time of year. So we're going to about once a week, we're getting a decent storm system across the area. Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar this morning, scanning from Birmingham, showing those heavy thunderstorms moving into West Alabama, pretty much lined up across the I-2459 corridor. Over there near Tuscaloosa, stretching back up to around Birmingham, and then on to the north, up around Aniana, about to move into Gadsden. We see a preliminary line of showers trying to get going there across central Clay County, about to move into western Randolph. Those are growing in intensity, but they're well below severe limits. But you will get a little preliminary shower within the next hour or so across Clay and Randolph County. But the bigger storms, the heavier storms are still well off to the west, and that'll probably take a couple of 2-3 hours to get into East Alabama and West Georgia. But that's where we'll watch for the possibility of a few strong thunderstorms later this morning into this afternoon. Don't forget to follow us over on Twitter. It's DSTREN1040. We broadcast all of our weather information on Twitter, just as we do on Facebook, YouTube, and at DrDonWX.com, our home on the World Wide Web. Don't forget, you can also catch my daily weather forecast over on God's Country, 90.9 FM, and the classic, East Alabama's classic rock giant. Thank you, Southern Union State Community College, and Jamie Dukas, our local Alpha agent, for being a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather. We couldn't do this without their support. And if you own a business and would like to be a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather, all you got to do is send me a message on Messenger. I can have you started by the time we do our very next weather forecast, which, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, will come first thing tomorrow morning here on Dr. Don's Weather.